What are the 4 biggest mistakes you're making when it comes to acne on your neck and on your jawline? Today, I'm going to cover those, plus give you action steps you can take to start to heal your acne naturally from the inside out. Lego. Hi there, my name is Therese, and I made it my life's work to get you clear skin without harsh chemicals, pills, and or creams, because believe it or not, I had really bad acne for 15 years, and I finally cleared my acne naturally via my acne clearing program, The Clear Code. So if you're interested in learning more, submit your application to the program via the link below. I would love to see if I could help you. And make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video. There are 4 big mistakes that you are making, that I know you're making right now, when you're trying to Google online or do anything else to heal these areas naturally from an acne perspective, and they are: number 1, you're incorrectly determining kind of the cause of the issue. Number 2, you're taking sporadic action because you haven't identified number 1 correctly. You're not quite sure, so you're being really inconsistent with your action steps. Number 3 is that you're relying on external factors to keep your skin clear. External factors that you can't control and can't take forever. So the birth control pill, doxycycline, spironolactone, all of those things you can't use forever. Mistake number 4 is that what you're doing is too extreme to maintain, and who would even want to anyways? One of the biggest mistakes I see with people on their acne journey is that they incorrectly identify their root acne triggers to begin with, and then the whole thing doesn't go well from there. I know you, and I know you've spent a ton of time Googling, right? You've spent a lot of time Googling, probably until your head spins. And you've identified what you think could possibly be the issue. Like you're 70% at best sure that you've been able to identify the root cause of the issue, okay? Here's the problem with this. This is not your job. It's not your specialty. You work in film production, you're a teacher, you're maybe even a nurse, but you're not a nutritionist, you're not a dermatologist, and understanding the very significantly complex mechanisms behind acne and why you're breaking out from the inside out is not easy. I healed my acne naturally after 15 years of struggling with it. And I can tell you right now, I'm a nutritionist, a certified nutrition consultant as well. And I have 9 years of experience, okay? And I can tell you right now that I have 39 pages in a Google Docs file of published studies and resources that I routinely reflect on, take a look at, add to, subtract from, dive deeper into, with thousands of studies. It may even be tens of thousands at this point. So there's 39 pages in a Google Doc, right? And there's 10 to 20 studies on each page, if not more, right? So then what I do is I take my knowledge and experience and what I've studied and learned, and then I apply that work with clients. I also look for evidence and the results in clients and in other people. I watch their results. I watch how their skin responds, and I've been doing this for 9 years with thousands of clients, okay? This is a full, I don't want to say job because it's so much more than that for me, but like this is a full calling. So for someone who has a full-time job, maybe you're a new mom, or you're planning a wedding, or you're planning your best friend's wedding, or something, right? So you have a full life, who doesn't specialize in dermatology or nutrition, to come in and try to do it on their own, like, I'm already tired for you. But then what happens is you'll try to do it anyways because we're taught to be superwomen, when we shouldn't be, right? And we try to do it on our own. And that comes from too, like, you wanting to take action. There's a problem in your life that you want to fix, so I completely understand. But unfortunately, when you try to do it on your own, you're probably not going to get the whole picture because you're not meant to. And you're going to experience, as a result of not getting the whole picture, you're not going to feel as confident in what you've defined. So you'll walk around and you'll come to me, you'll talk to your friends, and you'll say, I think my gut health is impacting my acne. I think. You won't be sure. And then you may try to take action, but that's going to lead us to mistake number 2. And mistake number 2 is sometimes people think or they assume they've figured out what's wrong. They're like, I know what the root trigger is. I think I've got it. But because there's still 20, 30, even 40% of them that isn't entirely sure, they don't stay consistent and they aren't committed to the action steps they've decided on. I can't even tell you how many people come to me at this point. I mean, I talk to so many people every day about their skin, but I'd say every single person really comes to me and they say, I think I'm having issues with blood sugar management. So I stopped doing X, Y, and Z. And I decided to do these action steps because they were based on the root trigger that I think that I'm dealing with, but I wasn't able to stay consistent for more than 3 weeks. I kind of fell off the wagon. I wasn't able to maintain it. And I want to tell you, and I want to reassure you, that is not because you lack discipline or willpower. It's because you weren't confident in the beginning. There was part of you that was wondering if these specific action steps were going to work for you anyways. And that is okay. That's normal. That's completely fine. But it's going to lead you on this kind of revolving, like if you're watching this and you kind of figured out your root acne triggers, kind of took some action steps, and now you're back here after 3 weeks to a month and you've done this 4 times, you're not alone. Basically everyone does this. So you're not alone in these challenges, I promise. Mistake number 3 when it comes to trying to heal this area of acne on your own and or naturally is that you're relying on external factors to keep it clear that you can't sustain forever. Something like the birth control pill. If you know you want to have a baby one day, you obviously can't be on the pill forever. Something like spironolactone, same thing. If you know you want to get pregnant, or even like you've been on these medicines for a longer period of time and you've noticed the side effects of them and you want to get off them, then what do you do? This can cause a lot of anxiety, right? Because there's this external thing outside of you that you need that you don't have control over, it that may cost a lot of money or create side effects that you don't understand how to manage. It is maybe keeping your skin clear, or it has improved your skin, but it's still an external factor that you don't have control over. So like there's always something outside of your control that's gonna keep your skin clear. So then what do you do when that thing is removed? I remember when I had acne, I went to an herbalist once. It was so frustrating because they gave me this stuff and they couldn't really tell me, it's like, I was young too, but I just went and I said, well, what's in it? Can you just like tell me what it is? I was curious even at a young age. And no one could tell me what was in it. They didn't care, or they did, but I was confused and I didn't know what it was. And so I think it did actually positively impact my skin a little bit, but then the store closed. And they were like gone and I couldn't find them anywhere, and it was way before the internet was a legit thing. So like, then what do? I'm screwed. And I know that that's how you feel, like you have a big wedding or a vacation coming up, or a bridal shower, or like a bachelorette party, and it's like there's so much anxiety around, oh God, what if I can't get access to this thing? What if I go off this thing before then? Or like, what if something happens and there's an external factor that impacts my skin? Like you don't feel in control, you feel a lot of anxiety. Relying on an external force like this, it just doesn't work long term. You need to understand from the inside out what's happening to you and your skin. You need to understand how to control your skin from the inside out, not the outside in. The 4th mistake that I see that is huge and super common and kind of makes my heart hurt, and because I've totally been there in other ways, in other areas of life, is that people are way too extreme and they decide on things to clear their acne that they can't maintain, and that really, between you and me, they shouldn't maintain, okay? So I can't tell you how many people, I'd say at least 2 to 3 people a day I speak to, and they say, well, I think I have blood sugar management issues or gut health issues. So I cut out, and the list like never ends, right? I cut out gluten and dairy and sugar, and it just like never ends. And they've been able to maintain it for 30 days, let's say, by sheer force and will and discipline, which I'm always so impressed by, but I also feel like empathy for, because it's so extreme, it sucks, and you can't maintain it long term. And that's really the issue, is that these things, not only do they suck to do, to remove everything, and to not eat sugar, touch sugar, look at a fruit, have an apple for 30 days, right? Number 1, it sucks. Number 2, your body does need glucose to live and like to feel healthy and well and concentrate. Like glucose is a good thing. It's the abuse of glucose that gets us into trouble with every bodily system. But do you really want to live like that? Like, I talk about donuts all the time. I do like other foods, but I really love pizza. I really love donuts. I could take or leave ice cream, to be honest with you. But like, do you really want to go to your best friend's bachelorette and not drink and only drink like herbal teas all weekend? No, you want to go and you want to have a glass of champagne, you want to have some cookies, cakes, etc. And you want to have it not have a big impact on your skin. That's what natural acne clearing should look like and needs to look like, because it needs to be something that you can maintain. So these are the biggest mistakes I see when people are trying to heal these areas. And also, little side note caveat, usually when you're having acne here, you're definitely dealing with a few different things, but you could also be dealing with fungal acne as well. I have a video on that. I'll share the link to that here. But identifying your root trigger is key. So let's jump into what you can do instead of these mistakes. First things first, you've got to identify your root acne triggers correctly, like I just mentioned. I have an acne personality quiz you can take down below via a link, and definitely watch my root triggers masterclass as well. I go over the 7 factors that are most likely breaking you out, the 3 biggest root acne triggers, and I share a bunch of action steps you can take based on those. You really want to dive into your body, your symptoms, your experiences, because if you don't identify the root cause initially correctly from the inside out, the whole thing, like anything you do from there, isn't going to really serve you in the greatest way that it could. I also go over a 5-step acne clearing plan. I forgot to mention it. You can click that link via this link here, via below, but that's the video. And I go over just this action plan that I'm about to share a little bit. I go over it in depth, so check that video out too. But the second action step you can take to avoid some of these mistakes is to decide on 2 to 3 action steps based on your root acne triggers, okay? And take those consistently for 2 to 3 weeks and track things very carefully. When I say track, I mean I want you to take pictures of your skin. I want you to take a close look at everything objectively. On day 1, how many active breakouts do you have? And by active, that means they've started in the past 72 hours. By day 21, how many do you have? If you started taking action to heal your acne naturally here on day 1, and you had 10 active breakouts, and then on day 21 you have 5, you are chillin'. You are doing a great job. That is objective progress. Don't look at the 5 that still exist. You are making progress. Objective tracking when you're healing your acne naturally is key and definitely a big roadblock for a lot of people. Action step number 3 is to adjust and pivot as you see these results. Let's say you're doing a few things and you can tell they've worked well for your skin, but then there are other areas, like maybe your skin texture isn't the way you'd like, or you're still having a few cysts here or there pop up in specific places. Adjust your action steps based on the results that you see. Don't feel like married to an idea or an action step or a path if it's not working for you. Number 4, and this is the most important one and kind of something we've been talking about this whole video, is you have to decide on action steps to heal your acne naturally that you can maintain for life. So that means all of these action steps need to be nourishing. They need to make you feel good, feel full, feel energized. They need to make your life feel fun and exciting, and they need to feel a little decadent at times. There needs to be cookies, candies, cakes here or there, and there needs to be mostly foods that nourish you, your skin, your body, based on your body type, your age, where you are in terms of like your menstrual phase, pre-menopause, all the things, right? Like acne, healing your acne naturally is such a customized experience in some ways too, because you have to take into account even your skin tone, right? You're going to use different topical creams than someone else with a different skin tone. There are elements of clearing your acne naturally that are fundamental to everyone. I always say it's like a 50-50 equation. 50% of the equation is very kind of universal: blood sugar management, gut health, hormonal balancing. All of those things are going to be like kind of the principles that we go over with my clients. Those are all fundamental to everyone. Foundational, fundamental. But 50% of the equation is you, your skin, and it's unique. And you need to take your lifestyle into account. I have clients that love to travel, for example. So their lifestyle plan, their meal plans, how we structure action steps to support blood sugar management for them is going to be different from a client who is a mom of 3 who hates to travel, right? Her schedule is completely different from someone who travels. So you don't want to set yourself up for failure by choosing the wrong action steps based on lifestyle choices that aren't going to work for you long term anyways. If you know you have a sweet tooth, don't focus on never eating sugar again. Ask yourself how you can nourish yourself with fruits and whole foods throughout the week, and then every now and then have a delightfully sugary treat that's absolutely decadent, that's so fun to eat once a week here or there. That's the lifestyle plan that you want to create to keep your skin clear, not one that's restrictive, that you can't maintain, that makes you feel sad. Like almost a lot of people come to me and they've like lost a lot of weight, they can't maintain their workouts, they have low energy. That isn't going to work anyways. So even if the things that you're doing on that plan cleared your skin, you can't maintain it and you wouldn't want to. So you have to take all of these action steps that you like focus on from a natural acne clearing perspective and ensure that there are things that you can maintain for life. All of that being said, If you're interested in help on your acne journey, if you're watching this video and thinking, oh my gosh, I've been making all these mistakes and I just want someone to tell me why I'm breaking out. I want someone to tell me exactly what to do, what to eat, and I want someone to help me craft the plan to keep my skin clear for life. Submit your application to the Clear Code via the link below. I would love to see if we could help you. We jump on the call, we chat back and forth. I learn way more about you and your journey just to make sure the program is a good fit. We don't invite everyone. It's very important to me to make sure it's going to transform your life. And I always need to know as much as possible about your acne journey to make sure that that can happen. So I would love to see if I could help you via my program. Apply via the link below. Also, we have a private Facebook group where other people struggling with acne challenges like you are hanging out in. So make sure to click the link below for that and apply to that program there too. Also, if you have a friend, mother, brother, sister, aunt, cousin, anyone who struggles with acne challenges and you think this video could help them, please send it to them. I would love to be kind of the spark or the support or the encouragement they need to know that natural acne healing is possible. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video, and I will see you in the next one.